Hi. In this short piece on cloud computing, I'll tell you a little bit about what is cloud computing, why is it important for the financial industry, and then what we are going to do and talk about it at Innotribe at Sibos in Amsterdam in a week from now. Cloud computing, what is it? Essentially, it has to do with transforming a direct cost of infrastructure that you are running in your company, and essentially get rid of that and get that as a service from an external provider. So you transform your direct cost into indirect subscription cost. That's quite important. And you can apply that to three areas or domains. One is computing, so we call it computing as a service, or you actually purchase computing power. You can think about infrastructure as a service, where you buy services like database management systems. And perhaps most importantly for the financial industry, you can also have applications as a service, where entire applications can be purchased as a service from a provider. So that's what cloud computing is shortly about, just to make sure we're talking the same language. Now, why is it important for the financial industry? Well, it's very important for two types of persons that we find commonly in the banks, the CIO and the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer. So these days the CIO are in this dilemma. How can they keep the systems running while being able to add new functionality for the banks to be more competitive? So one of the solutions to this problem is obviously cloud computing and specifically applications as a service. If the CIO can transform this cost of having to run, operate, maintain, support existing systems, but rather transform that into buying this as a service from somebody else, obviously he or she will be able to liberate resources for new things to be provided. So that's one important element. If we look at it more from an opportunity perspective, chief marketing officers will look at cloud computing as the capacity to perhaps provide something that their bank is particularly good at as a service to other banks. So that brings us to Innotribe at Sibos in a week from now. There we have a dedicated stream on cloud computing. We'll have a number of very interesting speakers that will come to share some success stories, but also to give some challenges going forward, especially with respect to issues such as security and reliability. We'll talk a little bit about technical implementations, APIs that are necessary for cloud computing. But perhaps most importantly, we will have the labs where you can join us, work with us to give us your ideas and your requirements for cloud computing. And I hope that we bring this vision perhaps of an application store for the financial industry to life at Sibos. So join us there and see you there. Bye-bye.